All right, guys, workouts number 1 and 2 for the Thunderhead Throwdown will happen back to back. We'll start with a little chipper. We're gonna have a 10-minute time cap on it. We've got some jump ropes, 200 jump ropes, then we've got 100 wall balls, and then we've got 20 wall walks. You and your partner can split that however you want. So 10 minutes to get it done. If you get done early, you're gonna rest until the 10-minute mark. If you're not done early, you're just gonna keep working all the way up into that 10-minute time cap. Your tiebreaker time will be how many reps you get done there, and then you'll move immediately into workout 2. At the 10-minute mark, workout 2 will start. It's 5 minutes of as many hang squat cleans as possible. You and your partner split that however you want. You're just trying to accumulate as many reps as you can in 5 minutes. So, standards. Starting with the jump rope. We're gonna have a station laid out, something like this, where there's a jump rope station, wall ball, wall walk, and a barbell. When we go for jump ropes, whether you're doing doubles or singles, you guys can split it however you want, but we're gonna have you jump rope in the same spot as your partner. So if you wanna switch out with your partner, that's totally fine. You can do it whenever you want, however often you want. But when I'm done, I've gotta stop, get out of the way, and now my partner's going to jump right where I was jumping. We're doing that for 2 reasons. 1, it makes it a lot easier for our judges to count. They don't have to bounce back and forth between 2 spaces. And 2, it puts a little bit of a penalty on switching because there's a little bit of time lost as you rotate there. So other than that, standards are pretty simple. Rope's gotta go under your feet either twice or once, depending on if you're doing doubles or singles there. Once you finish your 200 jump ropes, we're gonna move on to the wall balls. You got 100 of these. We wanna see you squat below parallel, so hip creeps goes below the top of your knee. And then women will be throwing up and hitting the gold line on the wall. Men have to throw above the gold line on the wall. So we need to see your wall ball make contact with either the gold line or above the gold line there. For the first rep when the ball's on the ground, we don't care. You can squat clean that first one if you want to. That's perfectly fine. You can pick it up, get set, and then squat. But we don't want to see you squat and then pick up the ball, right? So has to be passing through kind of that standing position with the squat clean. From there, we're just cycling reps, watching the ball hit the target of whatever going gold line or above gold line, like so. If you guys want to do the fancy transition where you throw it up and your partner swoops in before it even hits the ground and you keep going like that, you're welcome to do that. That's a legal move on this. So 100 wall balls. After that, we've got wall walks, and we're going to be using kind of the open standard and open layout, at least as the most recent version of that. So we'll have a wall walk station taped out for you. There's gonna be 4 lines on the ground, so it's a little bit tricky. I'm gonna talk about the RX people first. So when we get to the wall walks, we're gonna start on the ground here. Men will start with their hands on the furthest line. Fingertips have to be touching the line. Women will be the second line. From there, we've got to get our feet on the wall and start walking our way back. We're gonna walk our hands all the way back until both palms touch that furthest most back line. You gotta walk your hands all the way back out to where they started before your feet can come down, and then you come all the way back down to the ground. That's 1 rep there. So, furthest line is for men, starting line and finishing line. Second line is for women, starting line and finishing line. Both men and women RX have to finish with both hands on this back piece of tape. If you want to practice it at home, this back tape is 10 inches off the wall. If you look up the open standards, we're just copying what they did. On the scaled side, a little bit different than what they do in the open. We're gonna essentially make it what they do for RX. You're gonna start, again, men on the far line, women on the inner line. We're gonna walk your hands back to this line here. So we just moved that line up so you don't have to walk quite as far back. Both hands have to be on this stripe before you start to walk back to where you started. If you want to practice at home, this is 3 feet off the wall. So you measure it out 3 feet, and that'll be your target to walk your hands back. So 20 of those wall walks, you and your partner switch off however you want to accumulate those 20. If you finish early, you get a little bit of extra rest. At the 10-minute mark, we'll go right into workout number 2, and that's gonna be a 5-minute AMRAP of these hang squat cleans. So for these guys, you and your partner can line up facing each other if you want to. You can be on the same side of the bar. We don't care about that. On the RX side, we want to see one fluid movement. So you have to deadlift the bar up. Once you've gone here, we're gonna go hang squat clean, and it all has to be one fluid movement. We cannot clean, pause, and then squat. So you have to have it be one continuous movement. You can link as many of those together as you want. You can do singles, whatever we need to do. Kind of main things are that you get a deadlift in first, so it's a true hang clean, and that there's no pause as we go down into that full squat on the hang squat clean. On the scaled side, we will allow that pause where it can be, still has to be a deadlift, but you could go hang clean, readjust, and then squat if you need to. All right, and then just a quick review of all the weights. On the RX side, we'll be doing double unders. Men will be doing a 20-pound wall ball. Women will be doing a 14-pound wall ball. Both men and women will be walking all the way back to the wall on those wall walks. When we get to the barbell, men have 155 and women have 105. On the scaled side, we've got single unders. We've got a 14-pound wall ball for men, 10-pound wall ball for women. Both men and women will be walking their hands back to that 3-foot line, about halfway back on the wall. And then when we get to the barbell, we've got men doing 115 pounds and we've got women doing 75 pounds.